Official prediction, Volkanovski versus the Zombie. Zombie by knockout. What do you want to do? You want me to keep going? I've already lost you. You've already moved on to the... Should I say it for the three people that are still here? Should I say it for my father-in-law, Steve, who's still around watching? Look, I do not believe Zombie is a better fighter than Volkanovski. I don't know that they're comparable. I do not know that in any standard atmosphere or landscape that Zombie even gets the opportunity. Now, he's a damn good, but that's not what I'm talking about, right? 145 is very special. We all agree on that. We have an argument within the sport about which is the harder division, 45 or 55. That's a hard one. If you're just going to do it, right? That my point being that I'm not sliding Zombie. God, I just picked the sumbitch to be the champion of the world. I'm not sliding him, but if we're in all fairness, no, I do not believe that he's as good as Volkanovski. I don't believe he's even close. I don't believe he's going to win a round. I do not believe in this 25 potential minutes that Zombie wins a single round against Volkanovski. I think he's going to win the fight. I think he's going to knock him out. I think he's going to knock him out. What I need is for Volkanovski to underperform. Volkanovski doesn't get enough credit for how consistent he is. There's a number of guys out there that are best in the world. Truly. One day, one moment, 1 hour, one match of their life could be the best in the world. It's doing consistently. You know when that one moment is. A lot of guys use that one moment on the road. Most guys use that one moment in the practice room. You don't know when that moment's going to come. I'm talking about is being consistent, and Volkanovski is. So when I talk about him underperforming, I'm not looking at Volkanovski. I'm not looking at Zombie versus Volkanovski in the least. I'm not looking about Volkanovski throws a jab and leaves it out, and Zombie's going to step over the top with that left hook, right, like some fight jerk's going to do. What I'm talking about is it's very chaotic, the way Zombie fights. They call him Zombie for a reason, which is he can take a beating and walk right through it. You can't kill him. Literally, though, right? Tough language. That's why they call him the Zombie. That's the comparison they're attempting to make, and nobody's ever thought that was a bad moniker. So I am factoring that in, that I don't think Volkanovski's going to finish him. I think Volkanovski's going to beat the you-know-what out of him. But that gets you tired, gives you a false sense of security. You're going to the fight almost 8-1. It was 7 and change, favorite. There's a lot going into that is against Volkanovski. We haven't seen somebody having crowd support ever serve them. We have not seen anybody be a huge favorite where it's ever served them. When you have these ridiculous fights, it's 10-1, it's 11-1. You have one of two bad things. You have terrible matchmaking done, or you got a big upset to look forward to. It hurts the guy. And I have no evidence that Volkanovski's ever done that. Not on Volkanovski specifically, but I do have a history within the sport. I can go all the way back to the very first one of my lifetime, which was Mike Tyson versus Buster Douglas. The story was the same. I can fast forward the tape to Michael Bisping versus Luke Rockhold. The story was very similar. And Zombie's in a very precarious position because of some of the tough stuff I said about him, because he's not as good. He's aware. If you know you can't go take a guy down, you can't pass a guy's guard from your back, you can't guillotine, you can't... If you know how limited your options are, you just got your marching orders. Nothing could be more helpful. You're going to fight, we're going to kick this guy's ass for 15 minutes in all three realms of fighting. Your brain's in 20 different places. All right, if his hook comes in, I pass this way. If he comes to my hips, I got to knock him down. I can stand up if we're against the fence. You're in a million different places. You're trying to do a million different calculations. If you only got to do one thing, which is stay on your feet and throw shots hard and weird and lots of them and hit him right here, and I got 25 minutes to do it. It's very different, which is why I do come back. I do not believe Volkanovski is going to lose a round of this fight. I don't know what round they're going to get done, but I do believe that the Zombie's going to catch him. I don't think the Zombie's going to wear him down. I think he's going to chop him down. I think Volkanovski's going to get tired and quit. Like the Mike Tyson fight or other upsets you have. I mean, that's generally what it is. A guy overuses his energy. He's got nothing left. He has to fold because the clock's still going. That's generally what it is. I don't think that that's going to happen. I think that you're going to have a brutal fight favoring Volkanovski. Zombie's going to do what Zombie does, then somebody's going to catch him. That's what I think. I think if you're Team Volkanovski, you do not go trade with this guy. You got to trade a little bit. You got to punch to get into the clinch. You got to distract him to get to that body. I think Volkanovski has a lot better wrestling than he gets credit for, and he's a bear on top. I don't have to prove that point to you guys. You've seen that. I think he needs to get this guy down and keep him there. I think he listen to the boos, listen to the referee warning, whatever it might be. Warning you to bring you up and restart the action. Whatever it is, if you got to slow the pace, whatever you've got to do, every second that he's out there trading, I think is bad news. And not to mention, I think Volkanovski's the better striker. What I'm speaking about is the defense. If Volkanovski believes and knows he's the better striker, the first thing that goes isn't your power or your speed, it's your defense. All of a sudden, your chin starts showing a little more. All of a sudden, instead of setting up with 2 jabs and coming, you set it up with 1, then you try to do a hook, and then you do some kind of weird footwork thing that you worked in the gym or you saw some boxer do and you've always wanted to do it, right? I mean, guys do this all the time. I have no evidence that it's going to be Volkanovski. That's my prediction. Korean Zombie's going to win, and he's going to win by knockout.